Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Kindred Lists. Right here, Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. We're glad that you're back. Thanks for tuning in tonight for what will be an exciting and fun evening. We want to thank some of our supporters and sponsors. First off, I want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp. You can type in !Little Dragon, get a quick link to their storefront where you can purchase some really awesome dice, and you can use the coupon code PROBONUS for 10% off of your order. Also, if you type in !Kickstart, which Kristy beat us to it, you can get a quick link to their Kickstarter campaign. They've only got like 4 or 5 days left on that campaign, so you definitely want to make sure you go check that out before that ends. It is already fully funded, so you'll be guaranteed your product, and they've got some really awesome dice and other cool rewards that you can get from backing that Kickstarter, so make sure you check those out as well. Yeah, so this is Kindred List. We're on episode 14 tonight. Last episode, we had some interesting confrontations at the Lachlan estate in Waterdeep, where we saw the demise of Lord Robert Horncrow. We also saw the demise of the rest of the Lachlan family via terrible, terrible gauntlet face punch and firebolt from straight out of hell.
Gotta change my alignment.
I just want to say that was all Ashland's fault.
It was.
If she hadn't murdered the woman in cold blood, I wouldn't have had to have, exploded a poor girl out the window.
It kind of was.
Incinerate a child.
Hey, she was 18. That's military age.
I'm pretty sad that I have to change alignments. I'm gonna have to talk to Diana about it.
Afterwards, you guys did save a bunch of innocent people from the cellar.
That's true.
In the midst of a bunch of invisible things trying to beat you to death while you were doing so. You got those people to safety. You have found a drow woman who has taken the rest of those individuals to a temple in Skullport to for just as a safe house, so to speak, until they can figure out what they're going to do from there. You guys made your way back to your homestead, where you had a long conversation with Silver. You get to know him a little bit better. And at the end of that episode, you guys also found the true identity of not Delphin, who ended up to be a wizard of the Arcane Brotherhood named Elderluke, who has warned Molfin that this meeting with Dorn Ambercrown and Luskin is most definitely a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap! For those of you who tuned into Star Wars last night, that's for you.
Yes.
So we get into tonight's episode. And so the story is told, my friends. The adventure is yours. What would you like to do?
Diana, when we have a chance to talk after all this stuff, can we have a heart-to-heart, Diana, sometime?
Oh, sure. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just that my conscience is a little itchy.
Itchy?
Yeah, it's kind of bothering me.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, we will definitely have a conversation, Ashlyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
When this whole thing blows over eventually
Right, yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
Are we back at home at the dumpster fire?
I believe you
I
were.
thought we were.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we did. Yeah, we.
And Elder Luke was coming up the walk from the forest.
Right,
Yeah.
and Silver left, right. Okay.
Oh my god! You're. I remember something. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Okay.
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 I'm just chilling, waiting for Elder Luke to get here.
Oh, I think he was already there because I think when he got there, that's whenever he told Molfin all this, right? Is that when he told you all this?
Yeah,
I couldn't remember
It's
if
a
it was
trap,
then
yeah.
or if it was before we separated on our way back.
We'll just say that he's there. I can't 100% remember.
Well, if he wasn't there, he's there now.
He's there
It's
now.
been a while.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Hi there, creepy, not Delphin, wearing Delphin skin.
It wasn't skin, it was makeup.
Dolphin skin, just wearing dolphin skin.
Gross.
That's really gross. He looks-
Yeah.
Well, forgive me for assuming that some Vecna worshipping weirdo would be.
his flesh was
a weirdo.
rotten a long time ago. I mean, there's probably nothing left but bones.
Ew.
He's been dead. He's been dead 100
Forgive me
years.
for thinking a Vecna worshipping weirdo is a weirdo. Diana.
Oh,
I'm sorry. So when was the meeting between Molfin and not Delvin? I mean,
took a long,
Crowan.
we took
yeah.
a long rest, so it is 2 days from now.
Oh, we took a long rest?
Wait, no, it was 3 days, then we slept, and then we went and had all this.
Oh well, I'm still down at one.
I'm just like, did we have a long rest since the last time we fought? No.
I don't
No,
think
not
so.
yet.
No, so that's why it's still 2 days. Initially, when we
gotcha.
got back, it was 3. Then all the stuff went down with your grandpa. We
Family,
took a long
yeah.
rest, and then we went and did everything at the mansion. So we still had 2 days
Gotcha.
left.
Okay.
Oh, and Ashlyn did successfully bring the Griffins back to the Dumpster Fire Ranch, so they are now.
Yay!
there.
They're there.
In
did
pieces.
she bring mom? Or is mom still in the forest?
Mom is still in the forests. She didn't get mom because she just went to the monastery and then back. She didn't go to the actual Silverglade.
As they say, the first step in avoiding a trap is knowing of its existence.
He's right.
But you
Are
thought it
we
was a trap
all-
all along.
Are we all?
But no,
going
I
to
just didn't see a
confront
purpose in
Dorn?
leaving him alive. I need his physical presence in order to rip the soul from his body and force it to answer my questions.
Wait,
Molfin pulls
That's
out the
what-
little silver cage. It still has the soul of Boris in it.
yeah, that's a little borderline psychopathic, I guess, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, it's Dorn. He's not really a person, anyways.
Molfin's going to sort of look at Ashlyn. But, my dear, that borderline was miles ago. That's
Yeah, I didn't want to come out and say you're a psychopath, but you're a psychopath now. But
I personally think it looks good on me.
yeah, well, yeah, we're learning to live with it and love it, and it's all good. It's okay.
Mhm.
This is fine.
So, Elder Luke,
Yes.
can I ask what you're doing? You know, what you, I guess what your intentions are with our Molfin? Why?
With my daughter.
Why are you dating our son? What are your intentions? State them clearly.
Yeah.
You have to get home
Do
before 10
this.
p.m.
It's
before we're
like
coming to kill you.
Molfin and Eldeluke are walking up to the porch, and Diana's there with a shotgun on her like on a rocking chair.
And Molfin's got his hand around the doorway. It's okay. They're not as bad as they seem.
I swear to God, my family's normal.
That's hilarious.
Just watch out for the one with the holy regalia on her. She's
Listen, some of us in the Arcane Brotherhood have integrity. Some of us, I'm afraid, do not. You see, that shroud that he wears, it was originally to be protected by us. But it was stolen
I mean,
by one of its members and given to a terrible lich.
yes.
We were
That's
there.
crazy.
Yeah.
Would it possibly? know anything about that. That's interesting. Uh,
And he kind of looks at you and says, and it was part of my responsibility to find it, but also to protect it. And
So now you have to protect Wolfen. I get it.
I'm
Wolfen's gonna look
confused by
at him.
you.
a lot of people are.
Do you have the ability to detect the magical aura of items?
I can within a certain distance.
Cast your enchantment.
He looks at you, peculiar, like a peculiar look on his face, and
Just humor me.
okay. He begins to cast incantations and move his hands around, swirling, casting detect magic. And he probably
And he sees nothing.
he sees nothing on your head, correct?
Correct.
But he would see other magical auras.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, he'd see all the other.
yeah. And pretty much the whole room lights up like a Christmas tree with you guys standing around. It seems you are all very decked out. But I already knew this.
Molfin's gonna, turn away, pull the chest out, and actually summon the full-size chest. Pull out the body and just drop it on the floor. Very quickly close the chest and banish it again.
You take
Wait, which body?
You take that everywhere you go?
Yes.
He looks at Ashlyn and says, yes, he is very messed up.
Yeah.
But as you can see,
Molten, I thought you got rid of this.
Wait,
the
what
shroud
body is this?
The shroud
What
is
you stole from
clearly
him.
on
Who
this
is
body
that?
right here.
We don't know. Lachlan got it for him.
Oh, that body. Oh, yeah.
So how?
I'm sorry, Molten,
As
I'm
you
sorry.
can
You were
see,
educating us. You were educating
The
us.
shroud is on this body.
So how did you remove it? Or did you never put it on in the first place? What are you pulling, Molfen?
Only the worthy can wield its power.
So you were not worthy? This individual was? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Because
now the
apparently
unworthy
they're
have a
not
target
worthy,
to
they are
find.
dead.
Mm.
Now the not unworthy have a target to find. This is a rather simple arcane enchantment to mask the aura of an object.
I see. I see.
But when cast on it repeatedly, becomes permanent.
He kind of raises his eyebrows. Nice trick. What are you going to do about that? And he points to the mangled hand.
As you can see with the body, anyone could be led to believe it was me. Hand has been removed. Obviously, whoever slayed me was unaware of what the other piece was. The same can be done for this. Just takes time.
Looks at all of you and says, and this is why, points to Molfen, points to all of you, I wore the makeup. Clever, Molfen. Very clever.
Should you need something to bring back to encase in ice or whatever your organization did with it.
We kept it in the host tower. High in the central tower. Well out of the way, well guarded. Only someone from the inside could have taken it. And they did.
Do you know who?
Central Tower, where? This is out of character. Do we know what Central Tower he's talking about?
You guys have seen the shadow of this place. Or did you, when you went to Luskin, did you go into Luskin, or did you guys, like, stay on the outskirts and just...
I think we went in Luskin, didn't we?
I can't remember you guys actually going
I
in
don't
it.
remember.
Didn't we?
You
No,
guys...
I think we bypassed Luskin on the way to Fire Shearers.
You looked
Yeah,
at, I think
that-
I think you
Oh.
looked at it from a distance, but you didn't go towards it. You guys
Right.
would know the host tower of the Arcane is a massive tower that looks like almost, it looks like a tree. It has these 5 branches that kind of sprout out from it. And each one of the towers represents, like, it's like a direction, like north, south, east, west, and the one in the middle is the central tower that goes up higher. Each one has a archmage that's in charge of what goes on.
And that's in Luskin.
That's in Luskin. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You guys saw this tower, or the dark reflection of it, when you went to Luskin area in the Shadowfell.
That's right. We went to the Shadowfell. That's
And when you
we
looked
were in
up
Luskin,
in it, it
but on
was
the opposite
empty.
side.
Like there
upside
wasn't
down.
anything. You went down to get to where that was being held.
Ah,
Yep.
gotcha. So I could
Oh.
probably get it and run up there. That'd be fun. So do you know who stole it?
Really, it could have been anyone, to be honest. You see, the problem with the host tower is that, well, looks at Molfin and looks at all of you. Wizards, as they gain power,
They start to smell funny. I know.
do I smell funny?
Oh, I meant Molvin. Yeah, not you.
Oh, it must have
fine, I
been
guess.
that other cloak I was wearing. I apologize.
Yeah.
I shall bathe immediately. Anyway, as wizards gain power, they tend to get a little bit, how should I say this? I'll just say it, egotistical.
No.
Looks at my dad holding the staff of power, looks at Molfin and all of his acquirements. I'm just like, yeah, that checks out.
Ryled is just like, he looks over at you. As soon as you look at him, like he makes eye contact and goes,
Love it.
and well, to be honest, every one of them wants more power. So they constantly vie for position within the host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood, trying to one-up the next wizard, in hopes that maybe one day they will be the most advanced of what we call the Arcane Mages, which I had it here for a second.
That sounds familiar. Hey, Dad.
It's called the Archmage Arcane is the highest rank in the Arcane Brotherhood.
Ooh.
And
Sounds fancy.
it seems like that is like you are in charge of the whole Arcane Brotherhood when you hit that.
And for them to get above each other, they just slowly take each other out so they could take the next position. Is that how that works?
He tells you that it's not always the case. You know, people do things to, you know, knock people down a couple rungs. You know, anything can be bad for politics. You know, you know,
Losing a precious artifact, yeah.
yes. Yes, actually, a few wizards lost their positions due to that loss.
I have a question. Why would you leave a seriously magical, powerful item in a tower full of wizards competing to be the most powerful wizard? Is that not like just leaving a dog alone in a room with a bone and telling it not to chew? Why would you all do that?
For one, it wasn't our decision. The Lord's Alliance left it in our stead because they didn't understand it when they recovered it from Neverwinter. And not only were we to protect it, but we were also studying it.
Further evidence why the Lord's Alliance is terrible.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you, not one bit.
Well, how wonderful, that little cleric of Vecna, the cleric of the mayor can just, find common ground.
Why are you calling me Cleric of Vecna?
Aren't you something of Vecna, whatever you are? Don't you worship him?
Not at all.
Why did I think that? Oh, because you were involved in the conspiracy. And
You're just automatically pinned it on him.
He's in the conspiracy. He's a Vecna agent. Never mind. You're not a Vecna agent. I'm so sorry. I thought that because you I don't know. Daggerford.
Let's just call me a neutral party that doesn't want to see things get out of hand.
Well, that makes it way easier because I thought I was gonna have to kill you at some point. Now I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Your confidence is overwhelming, my dear.
Just,
Yeah.
Molfin's going to lean over towards Lachlan a little bit. Does anyone remember when I was the one we had to worry about killing people? Don't you miss the simpler days?
I'm only killing people who are evil. So, thus...
Evil is a point of view.
That's true.
Now, Elder Luke, do you think, should you choose to return with this defeated remnants, that it would pass inspection, enough for you to perhaps further your own goals within your organization? Perhaps Molfin died during a battle with the Horncrows. You arrived too late. The hand was missing, but you found this.
That's interesting, Molfin. That's an interesting thought. However, this magical aura that this thing emulates, it does not... It only masks an aura, correct? It does not reap benefits. Am I...
This is correct. If someone was to attempt to utilize the object, it would have no effect. But at that point, it could be said that perhaps the very few who have seen what I can do with this who are still breathing. Perhaps what I was wearing was not what gave me my powers at all. It was always just an illusion. And the real one is still out there, hidden somewhere, stolen.
I must be honest with you, Molfin. The Archmage, Kashan the Red, will not be so easily duped. It may catch him off guard, but that's probably about all it will do. There is fear amongst the Arcane Brotherhood that a great lich is attempting to return to take control of the Brotherhood.
Another one?
Let's just say this one has been around for many, 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 many years.
Does it have a name?
It does. And
It does.
And your dungeon master wrote it down somewhere.
I'm so sorry.
And it's probably on one of
Name
these
is Tolkien.
cards.
Tolkien.
And I
She's
forgot
back.
that his name was going to come up, probably. So I'm going to do a fancy search. Because it should pop up here. Nope, that's not it.
Litchy McLitcherson.
Lich McLitcherson. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Ed.
Tim the Enchanter.
Yeah.
Jack Vance.
You may talk amongst yourselves. While I...
Diana, I'm
Mark.
having a crisis of heart.
Oh, found it.
Okay, never mind.
Lich.
Just kidding.
Lich.
It's fine.
She's fine. I bleached her conscience. She's perfectly fine.
One of the. He was the Archmage Arcane of the Brotherhood, the original. His name was Arklam Greeth. He was, let's just say he was forced to resign by a few of the other members. And in his absence, became a lich. And then brought an undead army to Luskan to take back control. Took over the tower once again, but then heroes from Neverwinter and Waterdeep gathered their armies of elves and dwarves and humans and all the various races across the realms. And they came together to defeat this terrible lich. But, unfortunately, Arklam's phylactery was never found. Kashan the Red believes that Arklam Greeth will return to take his rightful seat at the head of the central tower.
Good thing there's already a bunch of heroes that can take care of that. That aren't us. Right.
Which is
Yeah,
why
we need
it's
a fire torch.
it's why it's very important that we keep an eye on things like those. Because if he were to ever get hold of those, I don't think we'd be able to stop him.
If he were to ever try, you would not need to. Perhaps you should advise your mentor that I have my own plans which don't involve the majority of people on this plane. I have people I have to settle debts with. Perhaps if he and his stay out of my way, don't interfere, don't cause problems for me, in their hour of need, when their monster arrives, they will have their own to call upon.
So, this is what you would like me to report when I return?
If he is as clever as you say, there is no point attempting to ruse with him. I will use the body to... let's put the Lord's Alliance on the wrong trail for a matter of days. But should you think you could speak with him without him doing you harm for not entering into a battle against odds that, even should you defeat me, the numbers are not in your favor here. If he can understand that and you can converse with him, I see no reason why, should he respect my wishes and I not, shall we say, negatively impact the general populace or upset balances, why we cannot coexist.
I can speak to him, and please don't get the wrong idea, Molfin. This individual, Kashan, is not my mentor.
I was inferring more your group's leader.
Eventually, I hope that he will be a footstool into my position as Archmage Arcane. But I am very patient.
And in battles such as he seems to be planning for, accidents do happen.
Accidents. Accidents always happen.
God, that's evil laughter from both of you.
There's this moment where the two wizards are just evil laughing in the room.
Very concerned.
Riled actually in the back corner starts chuckling just a bit.
Jeez.
Sorry. I had something in my throat.
Well, that's unsettling.
Probably Callista's fist.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says. If we have an arrangement, I'm sure you have the means to send me an arcane message.
I do. What shall I tell Dorn?
Oh, I would really like to have a chance to get to him beforehand. As you have said, there are other pieces out there.
And Dorn is just trying to play the political party's favor. He's going to use the Arcane Brotherhood's fear of this Greeth to get what he wants.
So, where are we?
Do you think he has any... I am assuming he must not have any information on them.
Molfin, he needs you.
Yes, I was hoping he would have at least a direction.
And he needs her. And he points to Diana.
Hello?
What?
Why does he need her?
Yes, that...
Yeah, I'm not cool with that part.
The ritual is elaborate.
What ritual?
To bring Vecna back to this world.
Oh.
If Dorn is to succeed in what he is after, which I'm assuming is the collection of these rare artifacts, such as your hand. Eventually, he will replace all these materials that he has, the more that he gains, the easier the ritual will be in bringing forth.
Sure, but what's that have to do with Diana?
A blood sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Nope. Not happening. Over our dead bodies. Yeah.
Why
That's sort
her?
of what a blood sacrifice is, Ashlyn.
Yeah, but why
Yes.
her? Why not anyone else?
Question is this reliant on virginity? Because I can go right now.
No.
I'm disqualified.
I disqualify myself.
Wait a minute.
I wonder if Ashlyn
He looks
is
at Ashlyn
disqualified.
and he kind of ponders for a minute. And then he looks at Lachlan.
For, huh?
No, not that one. Probably not that one. You see,
I've been in a monastery for a while.
I'll be honest.
Technically, I grew up in a church.
I
so.
do not know how he knows. But there is a certain element that you three have that he needs. But
He needs all three of us?
I don't think you count. And he points to Lachlan. I don't think you count. I apologize. I see some shady business in your past,
Really?
and I think it will not work.
He needs pure heart, pure intentions.
From someone who has seen the garden.
Ah.
Like I said, don't ask me how I know that he knows. But he knows.
Crazy.
Maybe you do count.
They let me in the garden.
You've been to the garden.
Into the garden?
You have.
He was in the garden.
Hmm.
He was in the garden. He ate a fruit from the garden.
Well,
You been to the garden?
hey, perhaps he'll cut you up too. I don't know.
Lachlan,
Congratulations, Lachlan. You made yourself into a target.
My life.
Yeah. I think Lachlan stole fruit from the garden, so I don't know if that just qualifies him on it.
They actually had a sign saying take bananas.
Alignment.
Yeah, take the bananas. Take them.
They literally grow from trees?
Yeah, trees.
Trees. Trees? I don't know. I thought bananas came from the ground, or banana fairies.
Bananas
They
are
come from
type.
banana fairies.
There were banana. I knew it. There were banana fairies. My master said I was so wrong.
I would.
Yes, Ilmater enslaves them and makes them put them in trees.
No, he doesn't.
What?
I would
Trying
think.
line?
I would think
Okay.
that Ilmater has cut ties with Dorn at this point, but that doesn't mean that Dorn can't play the role of Priest of Ilmater like he's done in the past.
Oh, I
He
have a
might still have his powers.
I believe Dorn was a good man at one time. I've known him for quite a while.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, that thing right there, and points to the hand, corrupted the inner parts of his soul and transformed him into some kind of monster.
Yep, that's what it'll do.
Do you think
Yeah.
it could be uncorrupted?
I'm not saying it couldn't. It's quite possible.
Diana, we have seen it time and time again.
I know.
Callista can aid us with this. Fire purifies all.
I know.
He didn't
Like,
put the hand on. Like, did he get corrupted just by being near the hand? I kind of back away from Molden.
Yeah.
Had he put it on when it was removed, it would have killed him.
Let's just say it became his totem of worship. and thus
Gotcha.
sucked him in to be curious about the texts that go around it. He went searching and diving deep into lore and things that were written long ago that should never be dug back up.
Dug too deep into greedily.
Correct. I know some dwarves like that.
Yes.
So, Dorn has a trap for Molfen. And Molfen, I know that you were planning on going alone, but...
I personally
Doesn't seem
believe that
wise.
this is only going to be a conversation. I don't believe it's going to be anything drastic. I think...
Insight check.
Okay, sure. Make a roll.
I never
Have
insight
you
check.
met us?
Yeah, you can make a roll.
It's not going to be anything drastic. Have you met us?
14. Not very good.
14. He seems to
very
be on the up and up.
Okay.
He,
I want to roll my real
okay.
dice.
okay. You want to make an insight check too? Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Roll that real die. Look at that. We're rolling real dice tonight, folks.
Well, I rolled a 7, and my bonus is, I think, a, how much is it?
Probably
My bonus-
10.
A 10?
You plus 11?
I rolled a 17.
Wow, 17.
Ooh.
On the up and up. Seems to be telling
Oh,
the truth.
damn.
Yeah. What he tells you is where the trap lies is once Molfen is successful, then the trap will be sprung. When you least expect it, and when you're beat and battered. See, Dorn is a coward, and he's going to wait till he has the upper hand to make his move.
All the more reason, whereas we have no inkling of this trap coming. Let us have our conversation, and then, when there is no further need of him, we remove the possibility of at least one piece of Vecna's attempt to return and reclaim what has become rightfully mine.
Molfen, I demand that I be allowed to go. I would like to go. If we're gonna be killing Dorn, that's my kill. I would like to go.
Molfen looks at Callista.
Please. I look at Callista, I'm like, please.
I think it's fair.
Can I go?
It's not that I question.
Why am I always the
Yes.
mom?
Can I go, Mom? Let me go, Mom.
It is not looking at you as the mother. It is more. We have just been told that Dorn seeks to butcher her, carve her into small pieces, and serve her to Vecna on a plate.
This is also true.
I do
I'm
not
kind of getting
know.
tired of all these big bad guys trying to kill my girlfriend. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
But sort of my thought is if there's more of us present, and at least for appearances to start, I approach a little ways away. If something does go down, there is more of us to protect her. He won't.
Molfen,
Where's this meeting taking place? Like, in a field? In a tavern?
From what I gather in a tavern, I'm sure that Dorn will give Molfen more specific instructions closer to the time.
Okay.
I don't believe
It's in Luskin.
It's in Luskin. I don't believe they're going to have this meeting in the host tower, because honestly, I don't think a lot of the other art mages know about it.
well,
Why don't we... Sorry.
I was going to say, we've gotten this far together. We're not breaking up now. You don't go alone. She doesn't go alone. We're all going together. Full
Yes.
stop.
Idea. Why don't we leave today or tomorrow, scout out the entire town,
Go to every tavern?
go to every tavern,
Perhaps
scout
a
out the
pub
entire
crawl
region.
is
As the
not
dungeon
quite
master
the
starts to
idea.
sweat.
Name of the bartender in this one, Michael.
What about this one? What about this one?
What's
How's
the
There's
Bitchy
only
menu?
one
Tavern?
bar in town. No,
What are their operating hours?
Yes.
yeah.
I personally would like a layout. What is the
What's
back
their
room?
Yelp review? How many stars?
Where's the map for this one?
Yeah.
Please show me the map.
How many tables does it have?
But what if we go to the town early and kind of scout out the area so we feel comfortable there? That way we know the area once Dorn and Etel come and
My concern is
want to
this.
meet.
At the moment, we do not know how the Arcane Brotherhood will take my polite suggestion to a peaceful coexistence.
Right.
Showing up on their doorstep
Well, I
could
don't
be
think-
seen as aggressive.
Well, we're showing up to Dorn. And if Dorn hasn't alerted them... Mind you, if it's a trap, who knows?
Correct,
Can
and
we
don't
tell
know
Dorn
who
to
it
meet us in
Sorry.
Waterdeep?
No, he had, last I communicated with him, his journey was bringing him to Luskan.
Yeah, I don't care. Can we tell him to meet us in Waterdeep? Because magic's frowned upon there, and maybe that'll put him at a disadvantage too.
Yes, but I'm also a wanted criminal in Waterdeep.
I was just going to say, we
Oh,
don't need
yes.
edicts against us in Waterdeep right now for disturbing the peace.
Maybe
That's
a
the last thing
different
we need.
town.
Gotta lay low for a little while.
Perhaps you do realize there are, to my knowledge, magic warners in Waterdeep, and I blasted a young woman out a window mere hours ago.
Yeah, now I remember this. Upon reflection, Waterdeep is a terrible
It
idea.
was shortly after you took that fist and shoved it through the woman's face and left a giant gaping hole in her skull.
Right.
I
Later, Diana, later.
Okay.
We were in the basement rescuing children, and you guys were apparently up there.
The
Clarion's
people-
standing in like the intersection between the living room and the kitchen. And he just kind of came out of the kitchen with like a snack and he's like chewing on it. And I was like, wow, that's a really awkward moment to join the conversation.
You know, when you're in a crowded room and you're having a discussion, and then you say that one controversial thing, and then the room goes
Yeah,
dead
it's like
quiet.
dead wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be in the kitchen.
Make us a snack.
Okay,
Bring back beverages.
you got it. As he
Thank
walks away.
Yep. So, okay. Luskin 2 days. What should we do to prepare? Would Ashlyn even be thinking this far ahead? Probably not.
I
We
personally,
sleep.
I personally have a few things on my to-do list that I have to take care of before we go. But I do really want to go.
Okay.
Well, as Callista said, we do not separate, so...
No.
Exactly. I just have
But
some things
Diana,
to-
that means you behave until after the conversation happens.
This is also true.
I will do the best that I can.
She
Then I
says
will
with
do the
gritted
best not
teeth.
I
Yeah.
will do the best not to banish you for a minute until the conversation is done.
Okay.
That would be a very rude thing to do, and you know what? I'm almost certain that I would not let you do that.
I'm almost certain I wouldn't let
Okay.
you do that.
You are a
Do you
very
think we
tough
can-
person to beat.
Yeah, Elder Luke's,
Do you think,
Elder Luke's over there
no.
going, oh, this is going to be delightful. No.
Oh my god. Do you think that we can help out your friends, Lachlan, in the meantime before the meeting? Because we
Oh,
could
yeah,
just bail them out of jail, maybe?
They're being banished. It's not a bail situation. It is a
Yeah,
jailbreak.
I don't think they have a bail set. I think they're just...
I almost think they're
Yeah.
safer in jail or banished until we deal with the whole Xanathar thing.
Okay, fair enough. But we
Do
could
we know
still
where they're being
talk
banished
to
to?
Tren.
One is
Oh, yeah,
being banished
Tren.
off to an
Island,
island.
right? Yeah.
I can't remember. What was it? There was an island.
Didn't even have a name listed.
Oh, great.
An island! I bet we're gonna meet them on Monday. I'm so excited. Anyway, so ideas.
We do still have the trend situation.
We do have to talk to Tren because he's too cute to betray us for no reason.
Who's too cute? Lachlan, don't you? I mean,
Tren is ridiculously good looking, guys. That's all I'm
don't
saying.
you- saying?
Are looks
Somewhere.
connected to morality?
Not
Probably
really.
Don't
Not
let
that
the days go by.
Glycerin.
Glycerin. And copyright.
Yep.
Yep.
Fair use interpretation.
Yeah, that's all right.
He did cheat on Gwen, so she's not really moralistic either. So the point is, we might be able to get a little of that resolved. I don't know, since we're in Waterdeep right now, but if not, that's okay.
Gonna be a bit of
Morphin's
a
going to look at Elder Luke. Well, it appears we have much to discuss before we leave. My mind is shielded from all. I am giving you access to send me a message. Should your Archmage Arcane wish to speak with me via arcane means, let me know, and I will reach out to him.
That is fair. Shall I go ahead and begin my journey to Luskin?
Yes, it appears we have things to deal with here before we are there in the next day or two, so
Perfect.
I would feel more comfortable knowing that you had
What?
already spoke with him.
What languages does Morphin speak again?
Oh dear lord, I speak giant, primordial, gnomish.
I'm gonna say in Primordial. How do we know we can trust him?
Morphin's gonna look over at Lister for a second and then back over at Ashland and just in comment say, we don't. But I'm gambling on
Okay. Great. I love to gamble.
In Primordial, Elder Luke responds.
Oh no!
And says, he's right.
In Gnomish, I say, oh crap.
Indeed.
In Primordial, Morphin just says, that's wizards.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, some random donkey comes in and goes, donkey!
Awesome.
It's always something.
Always something.
Well,
Well, Muffin, I did want to, you seem to be very, very knowledgeable and interested in books. Would you like a few books for your library?
oh, I would be most interested to see what you have to share.
He gets out a small bundle. It looks like 3 books tied together. The one on top looks extremely interesting. It's called the. What did I call that? The End of Hibernation is what the top book is called. One is called the Source Book to Eternal Wisdom. And the third is strange. Gosh, you could have swore you saw this book before. It looked very similar to a book that Ashlyn had and traded in Skullport. It's all about phase spiders. Most like specifically like dissecting them and harvesting parts from them. It's kind of like when you get a biology textbook. It kind of resembles that. I'm sure you'll find these useful. Did we lose Ashley?
Well, we'll just sort of look at him a couple of times and... I appreciate them. I shall look forward to perusing them.
That top one's a good read. Very, very interesting.
Is he talking in code right now or something?
No.
Wolfen's just gonna sort of give him a little nod and, like, sort of, like, almost start to open it a little bit, just sort of, you know, you can see him a little more pep in his step. He's like, just takes it and very, you know, barely creaks it a little and just goes, and you go,
Elder Luke looks at Lachlan as Molfin is walking away and says, "Are you responsible for that one?"
Like, yeah, I guess he's the elderly one and I'm his caretaker. Is that what you're asking?
Are you the power of attorney?
I mean, kind of. I didn't think I was being... I wasn't being too forward, was I? I struggle with these social interactions. It is...
How that is.
Yes, I'm sorry. I might have overstepped my bounds. If you excuse me, I need to get to Luskin. I have things to take care of.
Bye.
and from the other room here, conversations to have.
You're right. I won't forget. And he begins to cast incantations and vanishes.
About time.
He's an interesting guy.
Does Wolfen have a boyfriend now? What was that?
I don't know. Don't like it.
Well, I mean, at least he said that he's neutral. He, like, doesn't care, I guess. He's not against us.
Yeah.
Molfin immediately is going to come back into the room where everyone is, sit on the floor, open the bundle of books, take the first book and start rapidly flipping through it, trying to see if there's anything anything that I can pick up on that looks like it might be some sort of a code or a note or anything in there.
Okay.
Anything written in the margins.
Scanning through it, yeah.
It's going to take you a little while to like look through this, but what you're finding is this first book called The End of Hibernation is all about a mysterious mythical creature called the Tarask.
Oh God.
Um,
Oh God.
Put it on the list!
Can we not put that on the list? Michael, no! Stop!
Apparently, this is a book. It's basically a bunch of authors have conducted what they believe are either theories in regards to this creature. There are rumors that it is a creature of gargantuan reptilian size, with massive plates of armor and horn tusks that stick out of its head, and only comes to life for a short amount of time in certain, it could be decades, centuries even. None of the authors who are penned in this book have actually seen one for themselves, but are stating like stories other people might have seen one, or a story where a town was just cleaned off of Toril and vanished out of nowhere. And some people think the Tarask came out of hibernation. And
Was there a karaoke incident? Is that what happened?
yes, exactly. Very bad karaoke incident. Just like accidents happen. You also discover something interesting. There is a short story midway through where a wizard did some penmanship in this book, talking about finding a interesting piece of rotted flesh that they believed came from a Tarask, and that the Tarask's flesh had some kind of interesting qualities, somewhat strange and necrotic in nature. Very powerful. Hey, thank you.
Pub politics.
Pub politics. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, you get that kind of little bit of information too.
Does it say anything about where it was found, or like anything about the wizard or where the wizard was from?
It didn't clarify. It was mainly just more of like a research-based type thing. So it didn't.
Does it give a name of the wizard?
It does.
Elder Luke.
Elder Locke. Rivel. Mm-hmm. R-I-V-O-L.
Sorry, I missed.
Oh, there you go. He's coming back.
So basically, if you find a rotting
give me
Tarrasque
1
jerky,
second.
you get superpowers.
Exactly my takeaway. I'm going to go find it and eat it.
No.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Hi. Elder Luke has since left, and Molfin was given a very strange book about a Tarrasque.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And that
Thank you.
book you traded, Face Spiders.
Yes, I had that book, didn't I?
Yes, you did, and you sold it, and now it's in my
Now it's
possession
back.
again for some reason.
As Ashley,
Maybe it's beige.
Ashley, as you're looking at it, it doesn't look like the exact same book, but it looks like it has similar qualities to it. But it does look very similar.
You know, I read this cover to cover, and I didn't understand a word of it. But the pictures look pretty similar.
Gonna say I missed the pictures.
Molfin's going to take a second. Actually, let me make sure I have a spell slot.
Maybe we're all being run secretly by the face spider conspiracy.
I actually do have a spell slot.
conspiracy
I'm going to cast
dimension.
Detect Magic. Do I get anything off of these 3 books?
You get a indication of illusion magic from the book about the phase spiders.
Huh.
Hell, I'll burn my last first level slot and cast Identify on it.
Okay. As you identify it, it's not so much that the book. And the source book of Eternal Wisdom would also glow too. It is also a magical book.
Okay. Same thing. School of Illusion.
Not illusion. This one is. I cannot stand these schools of magic because I always mess it up.
Yeah.
If it's not illusion, it doesn't matter because Molfin would focus on that one first then.
It's not illusion.
Okay, so Molfin is casting Identify on the source book to Eternal Wisdom.
Okay.
You mean the
That
spider
book is a magical tome that when you read it, increases your wisdom modifier. Your wisdom score.
Yeah.
I could use that too.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
Where's that
Can it
book?
go over
Or does it
20?
only go up to 20?
It's
Like,
not,
does it go
it's
above
not
20?
the exact same thing from the D&D books.
My AC goes up as my wisdom.
I believe it's...
You're already unhittable. What are you talking about?
Well, I
I
took
had
off the ring of protection, so I'm 22 now.
I don't think they're...
What's
your wisdom at right now?
Well, it's 5.
Yeah, same.
I'll have to
I say give it to
find
Diana.
To be exactly sure.
I think Diana's a 5 too.
I think all the
Yeah.
wisdom ones are maxed at the moment, so that's why we're asking.
Well,
because
if
Yeah,
it went over, I was gonna give it to Diana, but
Lachlan, what's your wisdom at?
Let's get
I
Lachlan
prefer
a
a
little bit
capricious
quiet.
life.
Yeah, this is, basically it's the same thing as a Tomb of Understanding, which if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days studying the book, practicing its guidelines, your wisdom score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. So that means if you have a 20, it can go to a 22.
Ooh.
This is Diana.
Then the manual loses its magic and regains it 100
For-
years later.
100 years
Essentially.
later, yeah.
Oh.
But
Wow.
with my spells, I'm knowing this thing is primed and ready to be used.
But yeah, it's got magic.
Dibs in 400 years.
I'll take I'll take 200 years. I'll take.
I could also take dibs after another couple hundred.
How old are we?
Well, as Molfin realizes, it's just going to sort of plop on that, and is just staring at the book, sort of almost dumbfounded.
Wow, I've never seen a book shut Molfin up.
This middle book he gave me, it's not quite what it seems, or perhaps it is exactly what it seems. We all know that we have different ways of dealing with things. Callista draws her powers from a sort of natural knowledge, Diana from a place of her divine wisdom. I am more book learning. This tome has the ability to bolster that aspect of power beyond what you are already capable of. You would have to spend 48 hours over the next half a week, 6 days, studying the book. But then, especially for those of us who use those sorts of abilities for your spells, would make it even more difficult for someone to resist.
Are you gonna keep it?
Well, it will come back to me after the 6 days, but I am offering it to someone who will get more use from it. As it would... I'm sorry, Diana?
Did you, you said someone who gets more use from it. Does it not?
Well, I do not draw from that right. Any one of us could utilize it. But I do not draw from that specific font for my arcane abilities. My abilities are book and brain. Yours are heart.
I don't like reading.
That's fair.
Does it have pictures?
Not at all.
Probably not. Probably not at all.
This would be like reading the dictionary.
That sounds horrible.
It's rather enjoyable.
I actually have read the dictionary.
I'm Uncle Molfin. I know a lot of fancy words because I went to wizard school and read the dictionary.
If you're not careful, I will follow you into your tower and I will defenestrate you. Granted, it will not injure you, but it will still be quite the sight to see.
You can defenestrate me all you want, but I'll punch you in the face.
Is there a window in the room?
There is, but you're on the first floor of the living room.
Molfin's going to try to grab Ashton and throw her out the window.
Okay, you guys gonna contest this? Go ahead and make a contested check.
Okay.
You're grabbing, so this is athletics for you, Molfin.
This seems excessive.
Oh crap. I don't have my sheet up anymore. Can you roll a d20 plus 5 for me, someone?
Is that your acrobatics?
I will do it.
Acrobatics is 10.
Oh, plus 10? Okay, go ahead, Diana.
Yeah.
You roll plus 10.
Sorry, I've got to pull up my sheet.
You better roll well. That's a 25.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I rolled it onto the floor. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, athletics. I don't have
next thing, we gotta get Zoss a dice tray.
It's a dice tray. That's the next thing.
I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Oh.
So for our Twitch viewers, defenestration is when you watch Wolfen grab hold of Ashlyn and chuck her through the window.
Yeet!
I'm sorry.
You've been yeeted out the window, Ashlyn, as the glass shatters.
The window of our house?
And Ryle's just like, we just got my room fixed.
Before he can move, I'm gonna run back around really fast
Okay.
and try to punch him out the window.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Why
Okay,
are we
hold
doing
on.
PvP right now? What's happening?
Unarmed attack.
It's the hand! The hand is corrupting
The
us!
hand is corrupting everyone in the room.
That's
We're
what
too close.
I don't think Ashlyn can miss me unless she rolls an at one.
Yeah, is this unarmed?
Yeah, I mean, you're punching him. Yeah, so it's your unarmed strike.
It would count as an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zos, can you roll a d20 plus 10 for me?
Come on, low roll.
Concentrating on any spell.
That's right.
It was a 6.
Oh my God, Zos.
16 is probably good enough to hit him. Unless he shields.
I burnt my last 2 spell slots, so Wolfen's going out the window now.
No, Wolfen's going out the window. I'll say it's the opposite side window. So you broke
Okay,
one on
wait,
the
no.
other side of the room, and then you ran
Michael,
on
stop!
over on the other side. And... oh, Raoul's like,
Exactly.
oh, that's gonna cost at least another 100 gold.
Oh, is it coming out of your pocket?
I hope not. I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we can't have nice
Well,
things.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
Yes, Lachlan. Yes, Lachlan.
I love it.
Clarion
It's
walks
great.
in with a bunch of drinks. What happened?
Wolfen's going to
Nothing, I
start
was
climbing back in through the window, picking glass out of it.
Are any of those drinks alcoholic? Because Callista will snatch one.
I'll be right
Alright,
back.
just
I'm
be-
gonna go add some.
I'll come with you. I'm just gonna follow him into the kitchen and look for some wine.
I think we've got some.
Too.
I got some rum. We'll just go.
That'll work too.
Let's take-
That'll work too.
So he walks off and starts basically spiking all the drinks.
Nice.
As you guys.
Claire, you're such a good housewife.
he's just not really sure what's going on with this group right now.
Neither do I. It's fun.
As you guys kind
Yeah,
of
who knows?
take a moment, as Molfen picks, you got Molfen and Ashlyn are picking all the shards of glass off of themselves and
Yo,
trying
As,
to.
as Wolfen's pulling each
How?
one out,
Oh,
you
God.
guys are seeing like the cuts on his arms. Each time he pulls a shard of glass out, it's just starting to seal itself back up.
Yeah, and as you look down at that other as you look down at that other book, with this whole like stuff that's happened, you kind of drop this other book onto the floor and it's open, and you realize that the magic that from the illusion magic from that other book is indicating that there's some kind of hidden ink on the inside of the cover of the book. Like, you know how you open a book and there's like 2 blank areas before it gets into the actual text? It looks like there is some kind of writing, but it's invisible on the inside of that that book.
I can actually see it
Okay.
because of my divination class trait. Before we went to Old Man Horngrow's house, I made it so I could see invisible objects within 10 feet.
You can see it. It looks like handwriting. Some kind of.
wow.
It looks very. It's written in cursive, so it's like unless you like really inspect it, it's hard to read. Yeah.
Molfin's going to sit down, seeing it as this all happens, just forgetting everything is on the floor now, reading that.
Basically, what this is a letter. I don't have it written out, so I can't say it to you like word for word right this moment. But it is a letter indicating that this text is a key, an influential key towards your first step in pursuing lichdom. And the author of this book is Arklam Greeth.
Oh, that's not good.
Apparently, phase spider venom is a component needed for a ritual to encase your soul into a phylactery. And
I've been holding on to that book for a while.
and this
I'm gonna
book
give it
and this book shows you how to do it.
Wow.
Well, that would certainly keep it out of his hands.
Can you write out that guy's name?
Yeah.
The Lich's name?
Molfin's going to pull out his little chest, summon the full size, stick the body back in the chest,
Put it in the Roll20 chat for you guys.
and then take the other 2 books. So the End of Hibernation and the Phase Spiders, put them in the chest and banish it.
Okay, perfect.
The Source Book to Eternal Wisdom he's still leaving out and just looks over at Callista and Diana.
What
Either
was
one of
the,
you can use this.
What's the third book again that you had?
So the Hibernation dealt with the Tarask.
Okay, sorry, I did
The
not know.
Book of Eternal Wisdom is the one that gives a
Phase
wisdom.
Spider and
Lichdom Step 1.
Is the
Let's jump
Trask
step one.
thing
Molfin,
is the Trask thing important?
Molfin and Ashlyn, make an intelligence check for me.
guess we'll find out.
Okay.
I am going to burn my DM's inspiration to get an advantage on it.
Okay.
Me too.
Do it.
Do it up.
Actually, no,
Oh, that's not it.
You do have the net 20. I don't know if you want to use it on
You
this
have
though.
that 20, yeah.
Probably not. But I got a -1 intelligence.
You
so-
roll
okay, that's not
Oh,
roll a 1.
look an 8.
An 8, okay, you-
Yeah.
23.
23.
Nice.
What was
Thank you, little dragon.
what was your question about the Tarask book?
Mine?
Either of you. Somebody
Yeah,
somebody
but-
asked a question about.
She was asking does the Tarask have anything to do with the
What we're
Lich
doing.
stuff? What we're doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's the connection to the Tarask?
Molfin, you believe that the Tarask book might be a hint at another step. But there's no clear, like, detail. It's not like an instruction manual like the other one is. It just gives you information. The second thing you
like
guys
an
glean
ARG.
from that intelligence check, Molfin, it kind of goes over Ashlyn's head.
Yeah,
But
most things.
But the question.
you think
Yeah.
the reason that Ashlyn's book looked very similar to this one is you believe Cruella the Black copied it and made her own.
I wonder what's still down there. Molfin's just sort of looking over to Ashlyn and they're just sort of mumbling to himself every isn't it? The hell is Clarion with those drinks?
Oh, right here.
gonna-
Sorry.
I'm
He
bringing
comes
this.
out.
I need to be drunk.
I'll be honest, I already had a few.
Me too.
Yeah.
We had shots in the kitchen and we come back out with all the drinks.
They come out, hey, everybody! You know, it's like, they're all like,
Yeah, toss me one.
Molfin's gonna walk by them to find out what they left in the kitchen that they were drinking because he needs some of that.
Oh,
There's a couple empty bottles, and you find a half a
Okay.
bottle of like rum, like opened up there on the counter.
Molfin is just taking it, the whole thing
Just swinging it. Okay.
straight down.
And as it seems like after throwing people through windows, the group has decided to throw a party here at the house. I'm going to say that your group had a relaxing time with some beverages. You guys had a nice long rest and wake up scattered across the house. Yeah, Lachlan's like upside down, hanging off the couch.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm in the
Oh,
bathtub.
probably hanging. through
Diana's
the
in the bathtub. Like, it's,
Because
Muffins half out the window that Ashlyn threw him. Sorry,
yeah,
kicked him through.
he's hanging out there. Yeah, it's a mess.
I'm sleeping on the porch.
Ryld's on the kitchen table. Yeah, it's
oh my god.
it's a mess as you guys get up at the first morning's light. What would you guys like to do as you guys are all struggling with a little bit of a headache as you arise?
Anybody got any more?
What the hell did we do?
Oh.
Ugh.
I taught Ashlyn the meaning of the word defenestration.
I learned
She
good.
showed me she was a quick study. Although I don't really think kick out a window works quite the same, but she's still learning.
Alright, that's cool.
After that, there was a bottle in the kitchen. I drank all of whatever it was left in there, and then I woke up in a window.
Interesting. I woke up in the bathtub. Ashley, did we ever have that conversation we were meaning to have?
Sure.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk now.
No, yeah. we
My
can
head
talk.
hurts.
I mean,
There's like a
my-
flashback of what happened last night.
Yeah, you flash back to the drunken
Montage.
conversation.
I mean,
So, can we walk outside?
yeah, sure. I'll cast a little cure wounds, I guess.
You don't
if that would
you
relieve
you don't need
okay?
to. You don't need to.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
just checking.
Yeah.
I will take a stroll with Ashlyn.
Okay.
Okay. So, Diana, you ever feel that thing where you're good, but you did something bad? Like,
Literally
Not
all the time.
and you can still consider yourself a good person?
Yeah. Generally, yeah. Sometimes I have my doubts, but Ilmater has not banned me from magic yet, so
How do
I
you
was-
know? Does he talk to you?
occasionally, but never, sometimes not really directly unless I'm communing with him. Usually it's in a I don't know. Usually it's just in subtle ways, and it's the fact that I can still cast magic. I'm kind of like, well, it doesn't,
So, if you were excommunicated from the church, Ilmater would tell you.
Well, excommunicated from the church versus Ilmater no longer supporting me, I think, are two different things. The church is inherently corrupted. I wouldn't really care if I was excommunicated from them. I wouldn't consider that being bad. In this case, I would consider it actually
Okay.
being good.
Fair enough. Let me rephrase. How would you know if you lost Ilmater's favor?
I think the first sign would be something in my holy symbol, probably breaking. I would first probably identify as strange occurrences, I feel like there are just little ways that you notice when you have a faith. It's kind of like every little thing is open to interpretation. If certain things started happening to me that were out of place, I'd be like, these seem like warning signs, versus the ultimate, you are no longer in my service, would be I divined my magic from him. I wouldn't be able to cast anything.
Hey,
I digress.
Zoss, I don't mean to interrupt, but can you check your cable and your microphone for us? Just to double check it.
What I mean to ask is more like,
Thank you.
am I going to hell?
Check.
Better.
Okay.
Could you tell me that?
Sorry, one more time. Tell you what? Oh.
Uh-oh.
She froze. I think we lost her.
I think we lost our internet.
Videos.
Oh.
She's
I know.
Strange
It's trying.
occurrences.
It's trying.
It's trying.
Come on,
It's
Discord.
trying.
You can do it. There she is.
Oh,
Yay!
No. Are you back?
Find it,
no.
monkey.
There you go. There you
Okay,
are.
my internet's being
Okay.
really weird.
Okay, sorry. What was the question?
Okay. Am I going to hell? One of the hells.
oh.
There are many hells.
Ashlyn, why would you think that you would go to hell?
I might have killed the lady.
I mean, we kind of all have a bit of blood on our hands.
Yeah, but I killed her for a not noble reason.
I mean, is there such a thing as a noble reason to kill someone?
If anyone hurt you, I would kill them. So yes, that's a good reason.
Fair point. I would do the exact same thing, but I think that that's our, for lack of a better term, humanity. We're all imperfect beings, and we all are going to make mistakes, and we all are going to have moments where we do things that might be inherently bad or ill-intentioned, or, as you put it, not noble. I don't think that that means that any one of us are bad people. I think that it just means that we are people and we struggle. And I think that the gods understand our struggle and that they're
Because
merciful.
I really liked being in the garden, and then I killed the lady because she didn't laugh at my knock-knock joke. So there's kind of a big disparity there.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's
I
a little
didn't
bit-
mean to! I did not mean to!
Yeah.
I forgot that we're really powerful, and it was like, boom! And I just went to like hit her.
the
on the
exact
head.
same thing happened to me when Allie
Okay.
That's true.
that I haven't cast in a very long time. I didn't
Uh-huh.
realize it would pack such a punch.
Yeah,
And-
so
Exactly. Like,
We're
I
good.
ended up killing them, but if I had, I obviously would have felt horrible, but it would have been a major accident. It would have been terrible, and I would have had to do a lot of repenting.
okay, I will start repenting right now to you. Diana, I'm really sorry that I did that.
I appreciate that you're apologetic, Ashlyn. It's obviously terrible that she died. Who was she? What? How?
Oh, that lady slaver lady.
Oh.
See,
Do we know
she,
that do we know that she was a slaver, or was she just like married to one? Then I
we don't know if she was a slaver.
complicit. We're not going to sit here. We're not going to justify murder. That's not what we're going to do today.
But she was totally bitchy.
I can't. In good faith, I cannot sit here and try to justify the murder of anyone. But I will.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think that it was an accident, and that at the end of the day, you have to just pray to whatever you believe in, or whatever brings you peace, and just try to forgive yourself. Mostly, like, seek forgiveness from whatever higher power you wish, but also seek forgiveness within yourself, because
Diana, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a god,
that's fine. That
but I
happens.
believe in you.
Oh.
So, I'm just gonna tell you I'm really sorry, okay?
Oh, Ashlyn, you don't have to be sorry to me. I know your heart, and I know who you are, and you are a good person. You are a good individual.
Okay.
I give Ashlyn a hug.
I just want to see the garden, though.
You will see the garden again. I don't think that this
Oh,
changes
okay.
anything
Thank you.
about you. I think it was a very unfortunate mistake,
I'll hug you
but
back.
it shouldn't define you.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, that's
course.
weight off my chest.
Yeah.
Waterdeep Gazette.
Waterdeep.
And all of a sudden, Ashlyn, you get hit in the head with a rolled up newspaper.
No, I don't, because I can deflect missiles.
You
like
just
a-
reach up and you grab it. Diana goes like this to block it, and you reach up and you grab this rolled up newspaper.
I can also use it as an improvised weapon and throw it back at him, but I won't.
You could.
Yeah.
But you might kill him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hold back.
I
What we're
forgot
gonna
I
work
would've hit him.
on.
Some like looks like 14-year-old kid on horseback just like starts going down the road, and it looks like he's got this big satchel with newspapers rolled up in his bag.
We should find out who that was. He's got a good arm. He's got a feature as like a ranger or something.
We are not going to enlist child soldiers, first of all. Let's just read the paper.
Okay, we'll go back and thank you, Diana. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm glad that I could help. You are a good person, Ashlyn. You are such a good person, and I love you so much.
Love you too.
You guys head on back into the room. Everybody else is kind of congregating in the living area with probably some quick breakfasts.
Muffin's
foods.
attempting to read the Phase Spider book while eating.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, you could do it. You're always hungry, so
Yeah, I'm used to doing everything
Yeah.
while I'm eating. So
everyone else would probably go every once in a while after seeing some of these detailed drawings and images.
Vivisections.
Yeah.
I know Muffin's specifically trying to look in between the lines to see what he can.
Sure. Yeah.
Looking for that information that nobody else knows is there.
Okay. Sure. Okay, you're doing that during breakfast. You guys walk in. You do as you look at the newspaper. It seems like there is a something on the front page of the Waterdeep Gazette. It says "Family Feuds Gone Sour" is the title.
I can't read. Can someone tell me what the title?
I'll take it.
Apparently, some person named Steven got upset at some poor answers someone gave.
As you're looking at the article, it's about
Fireball.
a confrontation that occurred yesterday between the Massillon family of Waterdeep and the Horncrow family of Daggerford.
What a shame.
And apparently it basically details there was prisoners held at one of the estates. They detail all the descriptions of the individuals who were held, what was going on, and it appears that your little setup and has taken root within the media. And there is no you're like reading between the lines. There's no indication that you guys were even part of it, and it seems like conflict between these two noble houses brought the end to both of their family lines,
What a shame.
and revealed the plot. And there is investigation going forth as other paperwork has been found in the estate, leading them to other noble residences across Faerun.
That's what I wanted.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
That
That's
nat
very-
20 came clutch.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing that you see in there as you're looking through today's Waterdeep Gazette.
No Gramps photos in there.
All the time. It's like a permanent, and it's like the last page all the time. Every time it comes out. So. I think Zos just disappeared with the spray bottle for the cat.
Yeah.
Stop that. But yeah.
Uncle Bolton, what do you? I'm sorry, I pointed you out the window.
Is that
you spent an hour-
is that for the cat, Zos?
Oh.
Is that spray
She
bottle?
didn't have
Is
it.
that for the cat?
Yes, this is.
That's
This
right.
is King. Okay, it literally is
Yeah.
King's no-no
Yeah,
bottle.
the no bottle. That's right. Yeah.
King's no-no bottle. It's for when he scratches furniture, scratches people, or otherwise damages property.
That's a good idea. My cat has
Mhm.
destroyed my couch.
Yeah, I will say King does not learn whatsoever. He does not absorb the lesson. You can spray him. He will learn to not like the bottle. He will not learn to stop scratching.
Right.
It is a temporary fix. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you guys like to do this day? I believe you still have 2 days, right, Molfin?
We have today and basically tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow, yeah.
But I now need to go to Waterdeep. I need to obtain a bottle that I can fill with some fluid, so that when Lachlan does something wrong, I can squirt him. I don't know where this inspiration has come to me from, but
Absorb elements now.
wonderful. No, this is
I
true.
also need to go into town. I need to buy a sending stone. And then link up with homegirl that's at a temple and give it to her. That's my agenda.
You mean the woman who went down to Skullport?
Yes,
Yes.
I need to Skullport with a sending stone and give it to a lady. That's
I'll
my
go with you.
Didn't we already give her Rilds? We
Yes.
just need to replace Rilds.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, cool. All right then, we just gotta replace Rilds.
Or did we give Rilds to Silver?
Oh, we gave Rilds to Silver.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that
gotta
we
get
could
more
summon him if
stones.
we needed his aid.
Yep, that's right.
Or, if we needed to, what's the word I'm looking for? Interrogate him over his alliance to the Raven Queen.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah, that was another thing. Yeah.
Uncle Malvin,
Yeah.
will you teach me to read a little? Just a little.
Certainly. Why don't we go downstairs to my laboratory? I have some books down there.
Ashley,
Really?
how come you never learned how to read?
I can read, like, fine, but not just big words. So,
Oh, okay,
like,
okay,
I just need to learn the big words, Diana.
Okay, that's good. I don't
So-
think you meant in general. I was like, Ashlyn.
You can inside check me.
Oh my God. I
She
will
probably
inside-
can't read at all.
I have a +10.
Okay, I can't read good.
A 22.
Yeah, I know anyone does that.
Oh
I cannot read well.
my God.
Elf education. What can you do?
Elf education failed you, Ashlyn. Well, if you think about it, we were raised in the woods, so we're kind of like hillbillies.
Well, I was dropped on my head a couple times, and I went to monk school, so
True.
they didn't like.
Cool. Lachlan, anything?
As we go to leave, all you hear is.
Yeah.
Lachlan, anything in particular that you would be doing or be thinking?
I don't know. Debate. If people are going into Waterdeep, I'll go in.
Okay.
Yeah, so we all need to go into Waterdeep. I need to stop by a jail cell.
Who are you going to see in jail?
Some friends.
No.
Okay.
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 So how are you guys going about entering Waterdeep?
I personally would just, go as myself towards the shopping center.
Yeah.
Where you find the sending stone thingies.
The place that you bought the first ones was at Aurora's Realm shop.
I will return to Aurora's realm shop.
Oh, I've got pamphlets from them. I forgot to distribute.
I forget the guy's demeanor and accent, but
He was very prim and proper until we spent money. Then he was very nice.
Yeah. He's like, I deal with nobles.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very
We're like,
proud
we
about
are
it.
nobles, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you how long ago was it that you bought those?
Not very
Right. It
long.
It wasn't very long, I don't think.
Like a few
It
days.
might have only been a few
We'll have-
days.
Like 3 or 4 days, however long it was that I gave it to Riled while we separated.
Yeah, I think it was only a couple days. Yeah.
Hopefully you
So-
restart.
So you enter.
Well, I did ask them to.
Are you
but-
guys all going together, or is Diana kind of breaking off and going to do this on her own, or just want to kind of?
If anyone wants to go with me,
I'll go with her.
I will.
Okay.
All right.
Ashlyn and
Keep
Diana
an eye on each other.
sticking together.
Yeah.
Molfin, how are you entering? Because you are
A wanted man.
public enemy number one.
Number one.
Unless
Yeah.
unless you want to go to Skullport directly, Molfin, and we'll meet them there, and I'll go with you to Skullport.
Molfin's going to look at Lachlan before we separate. Do you really believe your friends are safer in there, not out on their own?
Well, out on their own is better for sure, but
Then I'm going to prison.
Okay, I'll go with you to prison then. Never mind.
you can.
Sorry,
And-
Diana.
Molfin is going...
Chris, you're gonna bust a
Right.
Rizor and fallen out of jail. Well, I guess you're already criminal number one in Waterdeep, so it's not like you have anything to lose.
Right, what is it?
And if
What are
they
they gonna
catch
do?
you, you'll just kill thousands.
Put it
So-
on my tab.
I like the way Diana thinks. Molfin is going to think long and hard, and remembering back to a squirrely little miscreant that spent a lot of time insulting him at the Waterdeep Gazette as he sat in front of him
Oh, you talking about
and cast seeming to look like him.
like Dallas Rumor Mill?
There you go.
That's the guy. Okay. So you are casting seeming just on yourself, right? Is that
Well, Molfin will offer it to anybody if they want to look different, but
Maybe give it to.
Do you want me to
Ashlyn.
go with you, Uncle Molfin?
If whoever's
yeah,
going
that's-
with you should.
yes, if you're coming with me, then yes, you should as
Yes.
well.
I mean,
Oh,
if you're going, I'm going too. There's.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently the three of us. So I'm gonna do the receptionist.
okay? Bettine Camelus, the receptionist.
Okay, was that was she Elvish or like I don't remember the
I don't.
was it a guy? I can't remember.
It was female. I think it was a female elf or half elf.
Okay, so that's
Either.
Ashlyn and Lachlan. I'm gonna make another like halfling or dwarf that I saw within the just somebody like working in the newsroom.
An intern.
Okay, yeah, some random intern A. That's it. Sure. Yeah, you guys look like you all work at the Waterdeep Gazette. As you cast the spell. And so
Nothing at all will go wrong with this.
Oh yeah, this is foolproof.
Great idea.
Diana, now Ashlyn's not going with you now, so Callista, are you tailing with Diana, or would you do something else?
That's what I've been thinking. What she would be doing right now. She would definitely give money to Diana, like if they have enough for 2 sets. Like I don't know if they have them, but because Riled needs a replacement, and I know you need them for the other girl.
Oh, thanks, Sugar
So
Mama.
I would give her money. I don't know how much, but I would assume I'd give her enough for them. And I think she would ask she would tell Diana to meet her in the City of the Dead when she's done.
Okay.
Okay. I will do that.
And yeah, I think that's where I'm going.
All right. Perfect. Diana, you head to Aurora's Realm Shop.
So I'd walk with her part way and then kind of
Okay, and you can kind of split off from there. Yeah, sure.
give her money and go.
As you enter the shop, there are a few customers, but you recognize the proprietor. I believe you were here before with Callista.
Yes.
You
I think so.
recognize the proprietor, Hestu Aurora, wearing his fancy robes and attire. as he
Ooh.
seems to be showing a customer some kind of elaborate thing over in the corner. It seems to be glittery and fashionable. I recognize you from the other day.
Hello.
Welcome back to Aurora's. It's
Hi.
nice to see you again. How can I help you?
I am in need of 2 sets of sending stones.
2 sets?
Yes.
Didn't you just purchase a set a few days ago?
I'm very popular.
Diana's contact list.
That was adorable. I'm very popular, thank you.
Oh, goodness gracious. I must apologize. We don't have any more in stock right now.
Oh,
I can try.
do you know anywhere else I can find them?
He looks around and kind of gets close to your ear, and he's like, there are some, let's just say, savory individuals that lurk in cities below, perhaps? But you didn't hear it.
Interesting.
You did not hear it from me.
I don't know what you mean. I was never even in this store, and I will wink and be like, thanks, and then leave.
As you're leaving, one of the customers is like, "Who is that? Who is who?" And you just walk out the door.
And then I dip and I go to the City of the Dead where Callista wants to meet me.
All right, and as you are headed your way over there, I'm going to jump over to the Waterdeep Gazette crew. As they are walking to Castle Waterdeep, to the prison dungeons. You guys meet some guards at the front gate, who are just basically the gate in the front is kind of open, so you just like walk by. They don't seem to say anything or stop you or anything. You walk into the castle and you end up going to an area that's kind of like a relatively like office kind of receptionist area almost within the castle. A rough-looking, stout dwarf sits at a desk. And then it's kind of behind this window that's made for like metal bars and stuff. Can I help ya? Wait. I recognize you. You're from the paper. What's this about? You're muted. There you go.
I thought that was on
Muted,
purpose.
apparently.
Yeah.
Molfen will clear his throat and trying to, I don't remember what he sounded like at all. But
I
we'll
don't
look at him in the best attempt to imitate his voice. Yes, I've heard that you have a couple of people who are about to be exiled, and I'm hoping to get some information from them on a story I'm trying to put together on this sort of warring thieves groups thing that's going on here between these Xanathar's people and this other Cobra person. One of them said that one of my sources said someone down here might know something about this Cobra.
Good.
Hoping if I can maybe steal, 15, 30 minutes with him. See what he can tell me.
Of all the great gods of Mirabar, you people are ruthless. You just keep on coming and knocking upon the doors of this castle.
I will say, I will just slide him 5 gold silently.
Okay. You slide him 5 gold. He takes it. Head on back to the gate, and he disappears behind this wall for a while, and then you see him reappear, and he unlocks this latch and opens this gate. I'll have him bring the prisoner to the meeting room.
Right.
Second door on the right.
Thank you.
Which one is it that you were looking for?
Is it 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Only one at a time.
And Molflin will turn back towards Lachlan. I gave you the notes. Which one did I tell you I wanted first? Can't remember the names.
Shoot. Rizor's the one that's getting. I think it was Rizor, right?
Riser, yeah.
Rizor,
it looks like.
Oh, the one that turns into a rat.
So I'm hoping he can provide some more information to us.
Hmm.
Maybe we can get a good description if he hasn't already given it to you. And then we get the scoop and you get to take another dangerous criminal off the street.
And compensation, of course.
Of course. And he guides you to a room. And it's clearly like a visitation room. There's like a wall, like a half wall, and there's like these metal bars, and there's a door behind it, and you guys are on the one side, so you can't get. They don't have like glass up, but they have these metal bars. So you go in and
it's enough room to get a hand through.
You can slip a hand through, yeah. But the thing about it is, there as he closes that door, there is a guard in there behind you guys, about 15 feet on the inside of the door, just kind of standing there, overseeing things. A couple moments passes, and that's when Lachlan, you recognize them bringing in a bound up individual, a very burly, furry-looking halfling. Imagine like a halfling that looks like Wolverine fur from the X-Men.
Oh my god.
Yep, he's got mutton chops. He has got this wild hairstyle as he comes in. It looks like he's been, hasn't combed his hair in weeks. He's brought in and sat down in front of all of you and just looks like he's just miserable. Sits down. He doesn't even really look up at you guys. He's just looking up, down like this, and then he'll peer up and see you, and he's gonna disgust. And then those two guys go back, and then one guard stays in the room behind him, about 15 feet behind him.
Okay.
They keep on coming in, talking to me. What is this about?
We're here about the Cobra.
Cobra?
We're here you might know something of the Cobra.
I mean, who wants to know?
How far away are they?
About 15 feet.
Molflin is going to, as subtly as he can, try to, in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Spell out lock, L-A-C-H.
Okay.
We're just friends having a conversation. And try to spell out and see if Rizor picks it up.
He picks up on it instantly. And kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit.
And then Molflin will very sort of subtly just twitch his head over towards the intern.
Intern A. I wink.
Yeah. Cobra. Right. He's safe.
Aww. Do you know, for the paper, do you know what happened to inspire this feud?
Fallen thinks it's Tren. He looks right at intern A.
Okay.
And there is deep sincerity in this eye contact that he's making with intern A.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I don't believe it. I refuse. He wouldn't do it. You know he wouldn't do it.
Well, we haven't
Okay.
heard much about this guy yet, but well, yeah.
Muffle again. If not him, then who else? It seems all these Xanathar people are seeking this cobra.
I don't know. But I do know I was targeted. And now here I am. And I sure hope the nice sandy beach on the island they're sending me to. But
Aw.
it'll be well worth it.
Hmm.
Because Cobra's safe.
Aw. He's a good guy.
But you can write in your paper. It wasn't Tren. I know it. Every part of me knows it.
Okay.
Tren wouldn't do it to us.
So if it's not him, then that means he is a target or a prisoner somewhere.
True.
I hadn't seen Tren in a while. Seems like when the Cobra left, Cobra was the glue that held us together.
Oh.
Kind of fell apart. I did what I normally do. I got to drinking kind of heavily. And then, people say stuff that pisses me off. And then I go, I have a problem with that. I get in these furry fits of rage.
We've heard.
And I pick people up and I throw them through windows. And I break bar stools over the backs of their heads.
As one
Let's do
does.
that. Yeah.
And try to stab people with broken bottles.
Okay, we draw the line there. I think.
That's where you lose Ashlyn.
Yeah.
Muffle's gonna turn over to Ashlyn. See, defenestration.
See, I don't hit you with broken bottles or try to stab you.
They baited me this time, though. I told them. They baited
Oh.
me. They surrounded me. They started picking at me. They knew I would go crazy. So they pushed me to the limit.
They.
Yeah. Xanathar's cronies. They came into the tavern. Surrounded my table while I was eating. Started pushing me around, telling me if I didn't tell them where the Cobra was, they were gonna lay me out. Well, I tell you what. I laid at least 3 of those suckers out before they got me. And then I wound up here, unconscious, and with a big bump on the back of my head. That's when they told me.
Quite
they
a
were-
list of charges. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, well, this isn't the first time.
Can the paper do anything to help you in their power of the press?
Unless the paper can break me out of Castle Waterdeep. Hey! What are you talking about? The newspaper's gonna break you out, fool. Oh, right. And he winks at intern A.
Mr. Rizor, have they told you anything about this island you're going to?
Not really, other than it's small, remote, One of the guards laughed and said it'd be a nice vacation for me.
No one knows the name of the island?
They won't tell me. Probably because, and he looks over his shoulder, they'll think I'll tell you right now. Ah! Shut up.
Okay. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
How close? These guards, you said they're about 15 feet back from each of us?
Yeah, one of them's 15 feet behind you guys, and the other one's 15 feet behind him.
Do it.
Really want to.
You pass coming in here a lot of Waterdeep guards. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start casting message, see if I attract any attention with my cantrip.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy. I can't roll below a 10.
Or yeah. Can't roll below a 10. Oh Jesus.
34.
Yeah.
I can't roll below a 10, so I'll just roll a 34.
34.
Holy crap!
34. Yeah, you have no problem hiding the incantations of this spell from these.
I want to tell Molten real quick, like, once this guy gets to an island, we might be able to just find him.
Molfin's going to respond. I'm strong enough now that if I touch him, I can teleport us out of here. All of us.
We've got another guy. I'm going to try to cast it again. Do I have to do another sleight?
Sure. No, I'll say the 34 is good enough for multiple spells.
Gotcha. Thing is,
he's sitting there like,
yeah.
Pretending I'm writing in my notebook, like
that's it. These are the incantations. As you're vigorously writing your notes.
Thing is, there's Folan too, who's still here.
What are they doing to him?
I think he's going to jail for a while.
Yeah, I think he has like so many weeks in jail, and then he has to do like hard labor for so long. I can't remember exactly what I said that episode. I'm gonna have to listen back.
In hindsight, we should have done the telepathic circle bond.
Yes, if we had thought of that.
Yeah.
But as you watch, Molvin and Lachlan just like,
Yeah.
looking constipated every couple of seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna start coughing hysterically so the guards look at me, so they're not watching them look at each other. That's what I'm gonna do.
One at a time.
Does that even work?
Can I?
Do you guys have stomach aches or something? Are you okay?
Cramp. Writing. Sorry.
Oh, sure.
New intern. Not used to the shorthand yet.
What races are the people behind? Are the guards?
They appear to be human. Human males.
I'm going to say in Gnomish. Maybe we should find this guy, Rizor, and break the other guy out of jail, and try to be very quiet about it, like under my breath, like maybe we should.
As she starts talking, I'm gonna try to do the message and be like, better safe to talk here.
The dwarf opens the door from out front. You'll have 3 minutes. And then he closes the door.
Okay.
We're 3 minutes.
Alright,
Bad idea. It's a bad idea.
This happens every time Callista doesn't come with you guys.
Thank you for reading my mind, Michael. Thank you.
Every
Thank you.
single time.
It's just like
Wait till he gets to
canon
the
now.
island.
Molfen is going to look over at Lachlan. And it's what the hell it is. I'm going to try to stealthily cast a spell.
Okay. You can make a sleight of hand check.
I'm going to cough hysterically and try to perform a jig.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
What's going on over there? What is happening? What is all this nonsense?
Get it together! Get it
Okay.
together!
You have
That's not bad. I got
you-
16 on the die.
You have advantage because they're helping
Oh.
you.
Okay, that's 16. Let's see if it gets better on the die. No, that's a 2. So 16 on the die. Sleight of hand, that is an 18.
18. Wait, what are you doing? What is that? Are you casting?
No,
You're
he would never do
A
it.
spellcaster! Casting a
I'm gonna
spell!
hit him on the head.
He
Hit him on the head.
rolled a natural 20 on his perception check.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
You.
we're all going to jail. Well, I guess if we go to jail, we
20!
can everybody else.
There it was!
Well, I'm glad he rolled it then, because I need both guards in the room to make charisma saving throws.
Okay.
From what?
Charisma saves? Oh. What's the DC on this?
18.
18. They both fail.
They both vanish as they are banished for the next minute.
Oh dear.
You do hear commotion starting to happen in the hallway behind you, though. It seems like shouting up and down the hall because of this loud shouting that's occurred in this room.
Time to leave.
What
Take him with us.
happened to the guards?
They'll be back. Don't worry.
They
fine.
went goodbye for a few moments, and the Waterdeep Gazette is about to be in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah. Rizor, you don't know where Folan is, do you? Where they're keeping him?
You guys are framing everybody.
Yep.
You have 1 minute. Do something.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not here.
Rizor,
Yeah,
you know where
you-
Folan is.
you may-
know where we're keeping him.
Oh, I mean, he's locked up down below. I have
Deeper, huh?
deeper.
Okay.
I have no idea. It could take. I mean, we could go, but it's going to take us some time to find him. And it sounds
Let's
like
get
there's
back to him
guards
later.
headed your
Let's bounce.
way.
Let's bounce. Let's get out of here.
You can hear, hey, in the meeting room, quickly! There's commotion.
What? Molfin's gonna stick his hand through the gate.
There's
Just
a
say, "Take my hand."
spellcaster. I heard something about a spell.
And Molfin is going to cast teleport
Okay.
and teleport to that, like that small sort of copse of trees. It's a little ways away from our home.
Okay. Oh, where you guys had that
That-
battle?
Right.
Yeah.
That take a little while to get back, but so we're not jumping right to our home.
So you can teleport everybody with you.
Yep, because I actually have not, and I don't have to do it through the hand because it was one of the spells that I finally was able to copy over into my spell book.
Right. Yes.
So knowing that I had planned to go to prison today, this is a properly prepared spell.
As you finish your incantation, you hear the door open and the rush of these guards coming in as you just vanish with Rizor. They get one last look at the crew from the Waterdeep Gazette
And Molfin just goes,
teleporting out with Rizor, the prisoner, out of the Castle Waterdeep.
Classic Molfin.
That's awesome. And you guys appear in the forest. And about this time, Diana, you are meeting up with Callista.
Sorry.
I feel a disturbance in the forest. No,
Yeah, you probably do.
So it feels like a chill up her spine. She's like, what are we doing?
Strange chill.
I am getting that that feeling in the pit of my gut. That feeling of gnomes up to bullshit. I don't know.
I just realized we sent the 3 most irresponsible ones to the jail by themselves. Why do I keep doing this to myself, Diana?
I don't know.
You would think by now I would know better.
You would think, and yet
And yet, here we are. Yeah.
So what is the purpose of our goth date in the City of the Dead?
Goth date. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
City of the Dead goth date.
Hey, you know, after you're done at the store, just come meet me at the cemetery. You know, that's
that's how
We're gonna have a picnic.
We could have a picnic, have some blood wine, some blood oranges.
You would have met her at Anna's monument. Anyway, that's where she's at.
There's still a nicely, a very beautiful, flowered wreath on Anna's grave. Looks like some of the flowers are starting to get a little
Druidcraft.
Yeah. Oh, Druidcraft. Yeah, you brighten them up.
Boost everything on the ground in the wreath.
Perfect. D&D. Hey, those flowers are dead. Druidcraft.
No, they're not. Not no more.
Fireball, yes they are.
No. No.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. What are your thoughts about what Silver was saying earlier?
About the Raven Queen?
Yeah. You said you always felt like something was wrong.
I always felt like something was wrong the day that we couldn't save Anna that day. It's because when Anna passed, I casted Speak with Dead, and I had a little brief conversation with him, and I asked him if the Raven Queen had prevented him from coming back, and he said no. So ever since that day, I've never believed that it was the Raven Queen. I mean, I could just as well have been talking to someone impersonating Anna for all I know, but I never felt like it was her. And then when Silver was talking about, you know, the Raven Queen and her war with Asmodeus and everybody, I just was reflecting on that day, and I just don't think that the Raven Queen was involved. I believe that it was Asmodeus. I believe that it was infernal. Infernal machinations that kept Anna from us.
She's just staring at Anna's monument. She's listening.
I think that Asmodeus needed us in a position where we could be easily manipulated. And what better way than to break you than this?
Yeah.
Break you down so he could take you.
Go right into it.
It's not your fault. How could you have possibly known?
Well, to be fair, we already had a vendetta against her from Moby.
Yeah, exactly. She was kind of already going to be guilty in our minds. Especially with the black feathers. That was very poignant framing. I kind of wanted to speak with her, but I mean, if I could commune with Asmodeus, I could commune with the Raven Queen just as well.
The problem is the deal's been signed. And I feel like until I take her mantle, we won't really have a chance against him.
Fair point. But who else was she fighting against? It wasn't just Asmodeus. Orcus? But Asmodeus and Orcus wouldn't work together because they're on opposing sides.
Right.
So it was Asmodeus who framed the Raven Queen, and she's fighting Orcus currently. And I think we realized that it was because if we allied with the Raven Queen, then, you know, we would ally with the Raven Queen to defeat Orcus. We would be two powerful entities up against Asmodeus. Next, after Orcus.
Whereas Mulfin sees the other side if we ally with Orcus.
Yeah. But Mulfin has to, well then again, you both have to steal something from the ones that we could be allies with.
Yeah. Things are getting really messy, Diana.
I know. I don't really know.
don't regret making that deal,
Yeah.
but it still pisses me off.
Yeah. Everything about Asmodeus pisses me off.
I don't know what we need to do now.
I'm kind of just focusing on one day at a time, one task at a time. I feel like with things like this, you know, things that seem so incredibly impossible when you look at them, some way, somehow, if you give it time, I think that it'll clear itself up. Not that it will work itself out. We still have so much to do, but I think that the path will become clearer the further along it we go. And that we might not be completely in the light at the moment, but the light is coming. I think that when it's time, we'll know. And we'll know what to do when it's time. For now, we have
I
our
had
list.
your optimism. That would be nice to have.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be your optimism, so you don't have to.
Yes. Just feel like
But
we
I
need to
believe
narrow
this.
things down soon, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we should start with the Vecna bullshit.
The Vecna bull stuff. Well, I mean, I did just say it. Feels dirty saying it twice in a day. The Vecna blueberry smoothies is that one. Are you good, Michael?
I'm good.
The thing about the Vecna is that there are still so many pieces out there. There are pieces that aren't secure. They're open to being taken. And Dorn is right now the biggest enemy within the realm of Vecna stuff, but there's still an entire cult of Vecna that he's probably conspiring with. At the end of the day, I don't think it's enough for me to see Dorn dead. I want to know the cult. I want to know the members of the cult. I want to know who to keep an eye on to prevent from these things happening. And I want to have a conversation with my church about how they enabled it to happen and how they can prevent that from happening in the future. These kinds of items don't need any stewards watching over them. They don't need anybody in the room with these item pieces. These pieces need to be buried in the core of the earth and never seen again, or thrown into a pit of flames. Why do we keep on preserving this crap?
Well, 2 of those items are currently stuck on Malfin, so...
I know. I just don't understand. How can you bring evil into the world and then claim that you're a good person and then not destroy the evil in the world? What? People are dumb. If I ever find the freaking foot of Vecna, I'm throwing it into the fire.
That's fair.
But anyways, Dorn is the most current thing. Dorn is the most pressing thing. But I don't even know if when I see him, I'm gonna want to kill him. Because what if he has answers to other things? Then again, Molfin does have that soul cage thing, actually, now that I think about it. Have your
One
cake
way to
and
get
eat
answers.
it. Yeah, have your cake and eat it. I think that everything that we've been through up until this point has prepared us for this moment. I think everything that we went through with, Cruella the Black has prepared us for this moment. I think that everything that we went through with the dragon has prepared us for this moment. And then furthermore, I think that what we're going to go through with the other Lich will prepare us. And what we're going through with Vecna right now will prepare us. I think that at the end of the day, this will all come to a culmination where our final destiny is achieved, Anyways.
What does
It's all-
that final destiny look like for you?
I don't,
What's best case scenario, Diana?
best Honestly,
Given the
whenever-
circumstances, what do you think the best case scenario is? With knowing what we know, with the deals we have in place, with the people on our list, what's
What
the
I
best
dream
case
of-
scenario?
what I dream of in a best case scenario is that, I don't know. Whenever I think about it, I think that we do, what we always do, that we accomplish the impossible. I think that we, outmaneuver the devil and get you two out of your contracts. And I don't know if we would kill Asmodeus or Orcus, because that threatens a balance that I don't know if we should be messing with. But in the same breath, maybe the world would be better off without them. But if you kill one, then you have to kill the other. Because, the two wars things, you can't just have like the Lord of Demons versus the Lord of Devils. If you kill the Lord of Devils, then it's just the Lord of Demons. Then he becomes like this all-powerful creature of like hell. You can't have that. So it would have to be either both or neither of them, in my opinion. Anyways, in my dream fantasy world, we get you guys out of your deals and we move on and live happily ever after, and balance to the world is restored and no one's bound by anything and we're all happy.
There's that optimism I should have known. Happily ever after, of course it is.
Yeah. I have fully planned our happily ever after. But yeah.
But realistically, Diana, you realize even if we manage to break the contracts or deal with Asmodeus, there's a potential that at least myself, but also maybe Molfin, won't be here anymore.
What do you mean, like you would die?
Like I would be the Raven Queen.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that a problem? I mean, didn't we walk? Didn't we take a stroll around the under dark, whatever it's called again, place? Weren't we in there all the Shadowfell?
You know what, Diana,
Shadowfell?
you're probably right. It's probably not a problem for us.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We're
I should know
literally
better.
super powerful beings. Like maybe before it would have been a concern, like before we had the kind of power that we have. But I mean, currently,
There was tension in Callista's shoulders, but as she's hearing Diana talk about this optimistic future, she's like, okay.
oh no, my girlfriend is stuck in the Shadowfell. I'll never get there with all of the magic that I have. Come on.
Oh wow.
Diana walks into the tavern. Yeah, my girlfriend's a god. Yeah. Yeah. That's it,
It is what it is. I will be like Persephone, where I just, I leave in the summer and I emerge. I'll just go back and forth. We'll be fine. I'll be seasonal.
Y'all realize she hated that, right? That was like torture for her.
She's a willing Persephone.
I know, willing Persephone. Also, I always interpreted it as like, never mind. I interpreted that lore completely differently. But yeah.
That's it.
You got it. And we're going to transition to the forest,
Oh god.
where the Waterdeep Gazette crew is in the woods, with Rizor still bound.
Yeah.
Molfin will start.
And he just looks at you guys and he's like, whoa. It is a locked metal bindings on his
I will lockpick it.
wrists.
I want to
You
lockpick
want
it
to lockpick it? Okay, go ahead. Make a
with a nat 20
with your nat 20.
Oh.
Yes.
because I have to use it.
You easily pick this lock. You impress Lachlan
Ooh.
as you remove
Molfin-
the
That was
bindings
incredible.
from Rizor, and he is
Who
free
knew?
to move about. He's still wearing his kind of prison garb. So he's wearing like a
Oh,
bright
yeah.
orange jumpsuit.
Yeah, we
Molfin's going to drop steaming so that Rizor can actually see the right people.
Lock.
Hey.
He comes in. He does the the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator thing.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
I've been pushing too many pencils.
I got to tell you, Rizor, it was all these two. They were the ones that made it happen. They're the ones that pushed.
We're glad you're safe, Rizor.
Well, that was crazy. I mean, the Waterdeep guards are going to be going nuts searching for me.
Yeah, you may want to lay low for a while.
Got any suggestions?
Do you want to be a housekeeper / cook?
I can try.
We'll pay you.
I'll be honest, I'm not the
Break
best.
everything.
Ashlyn, having him
Yeah.
stay a mere couple of 100 yards outside the city may not be the best idea.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Maybe
he
we
wouldn't have to. But he wouldn't have to leave. Like,
could bring
he'd
him to
stay in
Luskin.
house arrest. Could bring him to Luskin.
just drop him off there. Let him. I'll give you some cash. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some cash?
Maybe.
I'm flat broke.
We can hook you up, Rizor.
But
Since you're
we're-
so loyal.
Yeah.
we're-
Thank you,
We're
Rizor.
going to
Oh no, thank
Luskin.
you. Oh, you got me out of there.
Yeah. We'll have to get
Poland.
Folan.
Franz.
And you'll begin with the F. I couldn't remember what it was.
I imagine security is going to be pretty tight there for a while, so he may have to spend a couple more.
He may have to wait a
Days
10 days, so.
Yeah.
But again, he wasn't the one who was about to be shipped off on a boat where any
Yeah.
Xanathar thug could follow.
True.
No,
You do have to take care of the Xanathar's Guild.
Oh, I can take care of Xanathar's Guild, man. You should have saw the couple. You should have saw the one I drove through the table at the tavern.
Nice. I wish I was there.
bet.
It was all good
Yeah.
until I got hit over the back of the head with something. Then it all went black.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Not
Gotta
too
watch
much,
your
but
back.
Sometimes.
We'll get you set up in Luskin. Well, we'll give you some coin so you can get yourself set up in Luskin in the morning.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm man, Luskin. I've never,
You know, play it cool. Don't get too crazy out there. You know.
well, I've never been there before, Locke. I mean,
Yeah. So be cautious. You know.
Locke.
Don't get any bar fights.
Locke. Seriously. You know me.
Seriously.
Yeah. That's why I'm giving you this speech.
Yeah.
You just came from jail. I think it's valid.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
Gramps just teleported you out of jail in Waterdeep Castle.
I'll do my best. If somebody mentions my mama, it's on.
The nice part is nobody up in Luskin will know who you are. So no one should be discussing your mother.
Well, great. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna. You guys are providing me with some coin. I mean, I'll try my best to be as good as I can. You know.
We should probably start heading towards the house.
Yeah.
Eventually, when everything blows up in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have had a chance to rest so we get some sort of prayer of escaping from Callista.
Oh,
That's what you-
yeah.
Now, hear me out. Do we actually have to tell Callista
It's
everything?
worse if she finds out and we don't tell her.
I'm not saying we lie to her. I'm just saying we omit some truths.
Well, the nice part is nobody knows it was us. They believe it was the Waterdeep Gazette.
Yes,
Yeah, what's
but
gonna happen to those guys, Gramps?
that's a problem too. But we have to think
It
about
just-
why we got Rizor here.
It's not a problem.
Did we just?
That rumor mill fool was bad-mouthing me to my face without realizing it. He's lucky I didn't murder him then, but I figured Callista would
Because
kill me
you
if I
were
did that.
someone. You're a little egocentric.
Rumor
Wolf
mill's
is going to
not-
turn put
Yeah.
both hands on his hips. I would not have a problem with you using that word if you knew what it meant.
You're also ephemeral and ethereal. I'm in the E's of the dictionary right now.
He has been ethereal before.
Rizor's looking at
And
you
you know
guys, and
what?
he's like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I think that all of you are effervescent, and I will run up the hill.
Oh, dear God, no one's going to catch her now.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
She's
What-
fast.
Teaching her to, yeah, we're teaching her to read and common in some new words. Morphin is going to.
Why would anybody want to learn how to read?
Morphin's not even going to bother. To
Yep.
just cast Sending to Callista. Callista, just a fair
Okay,
warning.
go off, Florida man.
Ashlyn has run off up the hill. We're out in the forest by where we met whatever their names were the other day. I have no idea where she's going. I think she's going home. That's it.
Why are you guys out there? Do I even want to know? We'll head back when we get out of the house.
Wolf will cast Sending again. No, you don't want to know, so don't ask.
You know I'm going to. Nice try, buddy.
One last Sending. Ask me no questions, I will tell you no lies.
Look,
Right, so
look.
you've done something that you need to lie about. Got it.
Why does he keep talking to himself?
He does it a lot. It's advanced age.
Oh, got it.
I look at Diana. So, I don't know what they've done, but they're doing something they need to lie about, and Ashlyn's gone back to the house, and they were by the tree line from yesterday, so we should head back. I don't know what they did.
Damn, I still have to go to Skullport.
I mean, we can
You don't
I
have
know
to-
myself.
We
can
don't have
do
a
that.
stone.
Let's just check on them and see if they want to come down to Skullport with us.
All right, we'll do that.
We can take the back entrance, the back cave entrance from our house.
Okay.
So as you guys all make your way back to the Dumpster Fire Ranch, that, my friends, is where we're going to end tonight's episode
Oh.
of Kindred Lists.